of beingness, pure beingness. Very fond of the teachings contained in Buddhism, just because of that, because it's all about being. And what stands really in the way for us to be in touch with that essence, is our attachment. The things, the outcome of our behavior, the attachment of how we want to be perceived, attachment to what we want, to what we stand for. We attach to our opinions, our viewpoints, our things, our material possessions. And as I just mentioned, also the immaterial things, our opinions, our viewpoints, our philosophy. Our knowledge we gain during the course of our educational process. The knowledge we gain as a result of what makes sense to us. And that's what we believe in, that's what we know. And that becomes our little micro-reality from which we see and judge the world outside of us, judge other people. But we know nothing about life, very, very little. We're caught up, especially science, is caught up in the, explanation of things that ultimately you cannot explain. But we shouldn't even try to. It's impossible. Just to keep that wonder, I think, is something that we can learn. To live in that state of mind of being in wonder. And look at the world and every moment of our life with those eyes of openness and innocence. Kind of like a child in the world. Kind of like seeing things and being at places for the very first time. Even though you might have been there before. And so hopefully I can help encourage you there and inspire you there, because that's what it's all about. Inspiration. And also motivation, which is very important. It's lacking greatly in this world. We have a lot of bored people. People who have given up hope, given up faith, because they've been beat down. And they have emotional, spiritual, mental problems. And what we offer as a society is counseling, drugs, pills. We have some support groups you can join. Usually we are totally, completely left alone. So something, also that's very, very important I've come to find. You've got to learn to be your own therapist. That's why using a camera is an amazing tool. Using a voice recorder is an amazing tool, through which you can get to know yourself better. You are your own director, your own camera person, and you record, what it is you see and what it is that's on your mind, and you decide where you want the movie to go. You direct your own movie. And it's also a whole new awareness, because we are just gotten used to the idea that the script of this movie of our life has been handed down to us. And there are a couple who are very fortunate in life and had a beautiful childhood and beautiful experiences and a lot of love, and went down a very good path and were blessed with a lot of good fortune. But this is like more the exception than the rule. Most of us have been going through a difficult path, have been dealing with struggle and suffering, and we're still dealing, with the dark side, the darkness. And ultimately I've come to find that's what the experience of Jesus is all about. And through the pain that Jesus felt, we have felt this ourselves. And we are one. We are one with not only Jesus, we are one with all. And we are also one with God, because God is love. And even though we've learned suffering, learned that life is difficult, and we have wounds that keep us really from realizing that, still we can learn to realize ourselves, or rather realign ourselves with those higher values, higher vibrations in life. And of course the light, that's the highest vibration of them all. Not the darkness, the light. It's that internal struggle between the good and the bad, the darkness and the light. And that struggle is taking place within each and every one of us. And it's like that old story, that old Indian story, the grandfather who told his grandchildren around the campfire that there's a struggle taking place in each and every human soul, or a struggle between two wolves. And the one wolf, is that wolf of envy and greed and hatred and violence, and pain and fear. And there's the other wolf, who resembles the light and the love and the peace and the freedom and the joy and God, for that matter. It's two worlds, you know, one of the lightness and one of the dark. And so the children ask, which one is going to win? And the grandfather says with a smile on his face, the one you feed.